Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name's Deb and I'm part of the Planner Craft Design team. I'm going to make a couple of cards today. If we've got time we'll make two, if not it'll just be the one. I will say that the dogs are here with me this morning, so I will apologise in advance for any barking, snoring, snuffling, walking across the table, all things that they do while I'm up here crafting. Right, so I have got a few bits prepared, but not too much. There will still be some bits and pieces to do. So let's start. I will get some of this out of the way, and we will start. Okay, so for this card, you will need two 5x7 blanks. So there's one, and here's the other one. And I have cut this already, but I use the scan and cut because I haven't got any rectangle nesting dies big enough to do this. And I also cut the frames on there as well. But quite easy to set up. I mean, it's just the three rectangles on your scan and cut, and then two rectangles for the frame, so not too difficult. Let me just put that out of the way. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is they need to be lined up, but the first thing I'm going to do is stick these frames on with a little bit of glue. You can use double-sided tape or wet glue, whatever you like. I do prefer wet glue because you can move it about a bit if you have to. So, always the same, isn't it? Glue doesn't want to work first time out, but you don't have to put frames on, but if you do, it does hide any imperfections if you've die cut these and they're a bit out of line with each other, so it does serve a purpose if you need it to. You can do frames for the other side, but they don't really get seen very much, so I just went with the two. So that's our first part. This part is the part we're going to modify slightly. So what we need to do, I mean, you can use any size of cutout, but you do need to measure this to make sure you get the cut right on the other one. Oh, by the way, I saw this card being done by Sam Calcott on Mixed Up Crafts. She does a lot of fancy folds and kinetic cards. So that's an inch. So what we need to do is on this one, think about what I'm doing here. We've got to score down an inch from 2.5. So I'm putting my ruler there to stop me doing more than an inch, and on the 2.5 I'm going to score down And I'm going to do that on all sides. I've only got a small scoreboard out because the big one takes up too much room and it's a pain, so I'm just going to turn it round, turn the card round and do it. So 4 scores at 2.5, and then you want to do down on the inch and then down on the next notch. We're going to cut that piece away on each of them. Do that on each. So down a notch and the next one. Down and the next one. Okay, so if you look at the card, that should sort of fall right in the middle of that score, just above it. Okay, let's get some scissors. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these pieces out, trying to keep as neat as possible because you will see this cut, and then just cut that little tab out. You can do it with a knife if you need to. Of course, you do this bit on the scan and cut as well if you wanted to. And then these fold. Right. What you need to do is we're going to feed the cut. Let me see if I can make this clear. Feed that piece through. And then you're going to stick these 2 flaps on the inside there, up against the score line. Okay, so let's do those. Actually, I'll get my bigger glue out. That's going to stick there right up to the score line, but not over it. Make sure you can still fold your card. And that one the same. And then you're going to take the other side and do the same, but you can just close it up, put glue on these 2 tabs, fold that closed, sure that one comes through the hole. So now you have got this. So that's the front of your card and the back where you'd write your message, and those two bits in there are where we can put the toppers or decoration, whatever you're putting on there. So right, I have got some black card for mats. I've also got some toppers. So I've got some little gnomies, but I'm not going to use the gnomies this time. I'm going to use these little guys that I drew. I don't need the scoreboard anymore. So there's my elements that are going to go on there. And they are, oops, four square. I've also got some pattern paper that I picked up recently. Liked it because it's got the little paw prints on it. And I was going to pick, I haven't got many Christmas papers, so that's quite Christmassy. I think we'll go with that one. So I'm just going to decide whether I want to do patterned black and then the image, or black, then patterned, and then the image. This is where I get undecided. I think I'll go with matte, black matte, then patterned, and then onto the card. So this is now 5 by 5, or just under 5 by 4 3/4. So 4 3/4. So we want our pattern paper to be 4.5 square. I just need to use my big cutter. Just to start that off. Sorry about that. So I'll do 4.5. So that's gonna pop in there. And then there's one in front, 4.5. Okay, so you want 3 of those, 4 of those. do 4 black ones. That's 4 1/4. What did I say that was? That was 4, wasn't it? Yep, so 4 1/4. Just too small, but I can use that for something else. So yeah, 4 of those, 4 1/4. Get these stuck down. That's right. Sorry, I've stopped talking, haven't I? I'm not used to chatting away to myself when I'm crafting. So I'll leave those to dry. I'm also going to do some mats and layers for these top bits here, I think. So this is 2.5 by 1, isn't it? So we'll do this one first. So which one am I going to do this? 2.5, 2 1/4 by 3/4. I'm going to rethink that because I don't know whether I want to put a mat on or just the pattern. So we'll have a look at that when I'm done and see what looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these on each panel. In there. I haven't moved that one. And then one on the back. So there's our panels decorated. Yes, I think I will put some pattern paper on those ones. So I said they were 2.5 by 1, so we want it at 2.25. No, what did you say? 2.5. Yeah. So 2.25 by 3/4. So make sure it fits before I go ahead. Yeah. So 3/4. Last one. Is 3/4. Just put those on. So there. So that's our card so far. And it's dried. So I'm going to have this little one on the front. Now this little one on the back where I'll write my message. And these little ones inside. So this is going to be my front. Sit there. This one on the back. And these two in the middle. So there's our first card. Fits in an envelope. You can do any size. You just need to measure this top piece so you know where you're cutting. And here it is opened. Message on the back. Done. First card. Put that there. Right, the next one. So we've got time because that went pretty well. The next one I'm going to do is not going to be a Christmas card. It is going to be a birthday card. Right, let's put him out the way. And what I've got is some sweeties from this stamp set, which is made to surprise sweeties. I can't say sweeties too loud because the dogs think they're getting sweeties. And I've got a 12 by 6 pink for the base. I have got that. I don't know whether I'm going to use that or not. And I've got these papers. Let's celebrate. But this front one, which is very cute, looks like sprinkles, and I like the green and the pink. Is going to go on there. So that's all my little elements and my inside. I have stamped some sentiments already because I've only got to look at an ink pad, and then there'll be fingerprint smudges all over everything. So I thought I would stamp that. That's from this little collection. Oh, it was something just for you. Quite nice little sentiments on there. Okay, so let's go with this one. Right, make it a 6 by 6 card. So 6 by 6. So I'm going to score that down there. And fold that. I am going to chop off the bottom 2 inches, like that, and I'm going to cut each of those into 2 inches. So I've got 3 squares. Like that. And for my mats, it was a choice between doing a gold mat layer and then that card, or just the card, or black, which I always end up reverting to anyway. Actually, that gold looks quite nice under that. So let me see if I've got another gold. That's a bit bright, that one. So I know I should have got this ready, but I didn't because I'm forever changing my mind halfway through anyway. So it's a bit pale, I think. Yeah, don't like that one. I do like it, but I don't like it that. the same colour as I had, but I think because I won't be using a ton of it, it's gonna look okay. Right, so let's get some pieces cut. So this is 4. So I'm going to do, I don't want too much of a frame on it. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 on that top piece. So 3 1/4 by 5 3/4, which is going to go on there. And then on this one I'm going to do 3 1/8 by 5 I need to take a bit more off it there. 5 1/2. So there's that one for there. And for my 3 little squares, which are 2 by 2, I'm going to do one and 3/4 by 1 3/4. So 3 at 1 3/4. And 3 by 1 1/2. And I've got my piece to go inside as well. It says "Have a sweet birthday," which is quite nice. In black. Okay, so put the first matte layer on. Try and get it lined up. Actually, let's pull it up a little bit. I'm going to do the gold layer on each of these as well. Excuse me. those. We'll have to use some different glue. Now I've used the gold because it won't, wet glue won't really cut it with this one. So use the tape pen. Sorry about that, bit of a sneeze. And then I'm going to put those matte layers on here. And we'll get that one stuck in the inside. Oh, get it the right way up. Okay. Now these three are going to go on here like that. So with the first one, you want to get it lined up in the two corners. So let me just sorry about that. Oh, so yes, you want it lined up in the corners like that. So you can either just use a wet glue on there or a glue dot. I'm going to use a bit of binding glue just on the top. So I should put my lids on really, shouldn't I? They're all sat here with the lids off. Terrible. Terrible. So a little bit of glue at the top. Line up the corners and the bottom. And give it a press. So the same with the other end. Line up the bottom and the edge. Stick it down. And then the final one I am going to put up on foam pads. So we need one at the top. Which will go there, and then one at each corner, but I'm going to cut them in half because I don't want them to overlap anything. So we want one there. Another one there. And then line that up with the bottom and in the middle as you can get it. And there's our card. Stands up nice. You can't see it standing up, but it does stand up nicely. And then all we need to do is decorate it. So I've got lots of sweeties here. Get my sentiments out of the way first. Lots of long sweeties at the back. Cane. There's a few of those, I think. Oh, on the floor. A couple. Oh, there's the other one. There's a few candy canes there, like that. There's another lolly. So I'm going to get the back one stuck on first. Oh my goodness, they keep flicking everywhere. Where did that go? I lost it. Rabbit will find that later. Anyway. So I'm going to stick the back one straight down, I think. And then I'll do the front ones on foam. So... Oh, there's two there. I did cut these out on the scan and cut as well, so it's always in use, the old scan and cut. I'd be lost without it now. Right, I'm going to foam dot these. So I'm going to get the bigger ones. There's another big one actually. We'll put that in later if we need it. So some bigger ones. Little ones. Little teddies. I like the little teddies. Jelly teddies. I thought I had 3 of them, perhaps that's what dropped on the floor. I'll have to have a hunt in a minute. Oh, now. God, could be anywhere, couldn't it? Could be anywhere. Oh, sorry, that was my head, wasn't it? Right. So, let's get some dots on the back of some of these. How are you all doing with getting your Christmas cards done, or do you not do them at all? I never used to do Christmas cards. I used to make birthday cards, but never used to make Christmas cards. But then I thought, why are you not doing them? So I don't have to make loads. You know, I do obviously family and friends, and I've got one that I have to send to France, but that's already gone because I don't know how long it would take these days. I sent a card up to Bristol in September the 19th, and it got there on October the 19th, which is, I don't know what happened to it. I mean, it did turn up, but can't believe it took that long. But these things happen, so can't be getting too upset about any of it. So the one to France is gone already, and hopefully they will get that in time. I'd be surprised if they don't. I don't want to cover too much of that candy cane over, but tucked under there a little bit. Oop. One in there. A little bit. This one coming down here a little bit. Oh, I don't want to forget my teddies. Jelly teddies. Right, I don't think I'm going to do any more of those. So there is our card. Sweeties. You gotta love a sweetie. And then I did this one in pink, and then I did this one in white, but I also did a matte layer for it because I didn't know what I was going to do. So I think I might use the white on the pink. So we'll go for that. See if I can get one of these little glues to work. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? I'm only putting glue on that. And little something just for you, which we will put on foam pads as well. We'll pop that up on there. And then we just need 2 foam pads on the end, just to raise it up to the right height. on there. And there's our second card, which is a bit different, and but it's not hard to do, definitely not hard to do. So there's the one, and there's the Christmas one. I hope you like them. And yeah, timing was just about right. So till next time, thanks for watching, thanks for staying. I'm glad the dogs didn't disturb the recording. So if you've got any questions, I'll watch when this goes live, and we'll answer any questions if you've got any. Okay, see you next time. Bye.